Okie dokie smoky. Let's try this out and see where we are at this morning. This ought to be interesting. All right, let's go testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. No way I got it right off the bat. There's no way. There's no way. Better to be lucky than good, I guess. All right, let's try bumper. All right, testing 1 2 1 2, about to go live. Always going to Flodar? All right, thank you. Thank you. Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Testing 1 2 1 2. Try to go live. Just last test. All right, kill bumper, last test. Kill bumper, last test. Three, two. Hey. 3, 2. Hey, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Mr. Legree Oswald, Michael Reese Snyder, and all the folks who run the South Carolina American Legion baseball organization here in the beautiful Palmetto State of South Carolina, welcome to Championship Sunday. The old saying is, heavy is the head that wears the crown. And today, someone's head will get a little bit heavier. Now, will it be the defending state champions from Rock Hill, or will it be the 2021 state champions from Florence? Post 1. Coach Jeremy McCoy from Rock Hill at the home plate with the 3 umpires for this championship game, a star-studded umpire and crew. All games. This is the 7th game, folks, in 3 days. And this is championship game, a potential championship game number 1, but only time will tell. Here's the scenario. Florence just needs to win once. Rock Hill has to win twice. Derek Urquhart's group down in the first base dugout, they will be the home team here in the 1 o'clock game. They've gone back in black, as it were. They're wearing the black tops, black hat, white pants, black stirrups, black hat with the F on the front. And for Rock Hill Post 34, going with the navy blue tops, white letters and numbers, the 34, black hat with the F on the front. And for Rock Hill Post 34, going with the navy blue tops, white letters and numbers, the 34 logo on the right sleeve, white piping on the sleeves, and the navy blue hat with the 34 logo on the front, white pants, and no stripe. Here's the starting lineups first for the visitors from Rock Hill. Leading off will be in center fielder number 11, Cooper Parks. Batting second is left fielder number 5, Ethan Wilson. Batting third is second baseman Riley Stout. Batting cleanup is the third baseman Michael Gibson. Batting fifth, the hero from last night, Josh Jackson. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, number 14, Landon Sexton. Batting seventh, back in the lineup tonight, is right fielder Kamari Moore. Batting eighth at first base, number 17, Jack Peeler. Batting ninth is the catcher, number 24, Jaden Surratt. And on the mound tonight, which might be a bit of a surprise for a lot of folks, it's going to be number 16, Roman Edwards. Yes, he did play last night. He came into the 6th inning against Camden, played in the 7th, pitched in the 7th inning as well, but he will get the ball to start game number 1 here today. Well, could be the championship game. Florence wins. They are the champion. They just have to win once. Rock Hill has to win twice. Now for Florence Post 1, leading off at short, number 4, Colin Minshew. Batting second at second, Jackson Moore. Batting third at third, number 2, Nick Foster. Batting cleanup, designated hitter, number 16, Shamar Symes. And met his mom before today's game, and I waxed poetic about her son because he is one bad dude. Batting fifth at first, number 23, Zach Hunt batting sixth in left field, number 21, Brody Cook batting seventh. The catcher, number 10, Noah Moore. Batting eighth in right field, number 24, Josh Williams. Batting ninth in center field, number 20, Jamarcus Williams. And on the mound this afternoon, there was some scuttlebutt about it. I'm not really surprised. It's going to be Aiden Palmer. And Aiden has been the ace for Derek Urquhart and his crew all season long. His numbers are just unbelievable, really. You could literally run out of adjectives trying to talk about Aiden Palmer and his stats on the bump. They are something to behold for sure. And I would love to give you those stats, but unfortunately at the moment, I'm having a really hard time trying to put my finger on the right. And I would love to give you those stats, but unfortunately at the moment, I'm having a really hard time trying to put my finger on the right sheet. There's Rock Hill. There is the batting. And there's the pitching. Sorry about that. This will be the 10th start for Aiden Palmer. He is 8-1 on the season, 43 and a third innings pitched, 20 hits. He's pitched 43 and a third innings. He's given up 20 hits. That's it. That's how just astronomical this kid is. 9 runs, 8 earned. He has hit 4. He has walked 14 and struck out 62. Let that marinate a second. Walked 14 and struck out 62. But not to be outdone, look at the starter for Rock Hill Post 34, Mr. Roman Edwards. He is one bad dude as well. He is normally the closer for Rock Hill Post 34, but he can do it all. He can start, he can come in middle relief, he can close it out. This will be Mr. Edwards' 11th appearance on the season, I do believe. This will be his 5th start of the year. A very nice 3-1 record. He does have 2 saves and 3 opportunities. And you look at the number of earned runs, he's allowed under 10. He's only walked 10 and he struck out 17. So let that marinate for a second. So if you came here to see a pitching duel and a defensive showcase, well, I think you might have come to the right place. A beautiful Cornell Field here in Sparrow Stadium, home of the Francis Marion Patriots and the 2023 South Carolina American Legion Senior Championship game. Thank you for making us a part of your Sunday afternoon. By the way, I'm John Turner. I'm the voice of Fort Mill Post 43 seniors. I want to say a special thank you to Legree Oswald and Michael Reefsnyder for this opportunity. It's been a whole lot of fun, and we're just very appreciative of that, and just really, really thankful to be in this chair. It's been quite the experience. I've met a lot of great people and just some lovely folks, parents, commanders, legionnaires. Just everybody has been just top notch. Can't say enough about the operations management and the field management of this facility. It looks brand new, even though it is over a decade old, $11.1 million, opened back in the spring of 2012, and is home of the Francis Marion Patriots. So Mr. Legree Oswald, he is the state leader of the SCALB. He is waxing poetic with the microphone in his hand down on the field. Don't have a field mic, unfortunately. But what I am going to do is open this window, even though it's hotter enough to make the devil sigh. Now, speaking of weather, there is weather in the area, and it does not look promising. If you know anything about my style of broadcasting, I don't normally cushion it very well. Let me just come right out and state the elephant in the room, if you will, and that is Mother Nature. And if you look at the Doppler radar, and I don't care which app you use, I've looked at 4 different ones this morning. I've kept a sharp eye on it. It does not look good. Quite frankly, if we get to a game 2, which is what the Rock Hill fans want, obviously, we might be here for a while in order to get that game in. And of course, if you look to the schedule, of course, tonight in prime time is supposed to be the All-Star game. And boy, howdy, is that star-studded group. That should be a lot of fun as well. Hopefully, Lord willing and the creek don't rise, we'll be able to get that bad boy in as they're about to introduce both teams to the crowd that continues to pile in here to beautiful Sparrow Stadium. And just, again, this facility, D2, I can't believe it. It looks better than some minor league parks. Coaching staff. First for the Rock Hill fellas from Post 34. Jeremy McCoy back here tonight. He is back in the dugout. Third base side, the head coach. His brother Jordy McCoy will be in the third base coach's box. Noah Gammons will be in the first base coach's box for Rock Hill, and the pitching coach is Jake Riggins. For Florence, post number 1, head coach is Derek Urquhart. His resume speaks for itself. The hitting coach is Rhodes Dickerson. The assistant coach, Zay Paul. Pitching coach is Adam Fidawa, who is the new head coach of Lamar, and assistant coach Caleb Oakley. As we are the code of sportsmanship and the national anthem and the prayer away from the championship game. Hard to believe. It seems like we just got here. It's kind of gone by in the blink of an eye, a little bit of a blur. I wear a band on my wrist. I do that for medical reasons. That's a whole other ball of wax, but it keeps track of my sleep. And according to the app, I got all of 4 hours and 52 minutes of sleep last night, a whopping amount of deep and REM sleep, 1 hour and 13 minutes. So if I fall asleep on the air, please allow a little bit of grace, because it's my energy drinks are beside me, and we might have to partake sooner rather than later. So Rock Hill will line up on the third baseline. Here comes the fellas from just up the road from Florence Post 1. By the way, Florence Post 1, the actual Legion building, is roughly 2 miles from where we sit right here, right up the highway on the right-hand side of the road. So not that far. Basically a home away from home, if you will, for Florence Post 1. But hey, it took a while to get here, but here we are in this gorgeous facility. But it's a massive facility. And if you've not been a part of any of the broadcasts so far, no worries. We're going to go through the ballpark and let you know. It's 330 down the lines, 375 to the powers, 400 to dead center. You can't see it on the screen. I apologize for that. But behind home plate to the backstop is 58 feet. I measured it all the way around with my phone from home plate to the backstop, also from the foul lines to the front of the dugout, also 58 feet, until you get about 100 feet down each line where the fence jets in at about 45-degree angle, and then foul territory for the last 30 feet of playing surface is only 13 feet worth of foul territory. And we've seen balls go onto that embankment off to our left, and guys almost making a play right there at the wall. So time will tell. So going to turn it over to Mr. Legree Oswald. He is going to do the prayer, the code of sportsmanship, and we'll have the national anthem. And then we'll have the greatest words in sports, which will be play ball, and it'll be time to crown a champion. Can Rock Hill go back-to-back, or will Florence reclaim their title from 2021? Turn it over to Mr. Oswald.
Repeat after me. I will, to my teammates, keep myself fit, keep a stout heart in defeat, keep my pride under in victory, keep a sound soul, clean mind, and a healthy body.
Thank you. At this moment, we would like to ask everyone to stand if you can. We would like to take a moment to recognize and remember our missing in action. Fought for us and never got to come home. So let's take a moment of silence, please. So let's take a moment of silence, please. Please remain standing for the national anthem.
We've had the code of sportsmanship. We've had the introductions. We've had the national anthem. It is time to play ball here in beautiful Cornell Field, Sparrow Stadium, Florence, South Carolina. It's Florence Post 1 against Rock Hill Post 34. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, thank you for making us a part of your Sunday afternoon. The United Kingdom crowned a king just a few months ago. Well, today, the South Carolina American Legion will crown a baseball champion as Florence will battle Rock Hill, as the defending state champions will battle the champions from 2021, as these two powerhouses will tangle for the second time in 3 days. They played back on Friday night, and boy, howdy, was that a knockdown drag out. 3-2 was the final. Rock Hill had the knockdown drag out. 3-2 was the final. Rock Hill had the lead. Florence battled back and won it late on. Can Rock Hill get revenge here in the championship game? Now, this could be the first of 2 championship games. Why? Because Rock Hill does have a blemish on their record that came at the hands of Florence. Florence is still the only team left without a loss in the state tournament. So they have, quote unquote, the advantage, if you will. They only have to win once, where Rock Hill has to win twice. It'll be the black jerseys with the white pants for Florence, the navy blue tops with the white pants for Rock Hill Post 34. Here is the starting lineup defensively for Florence Post 1. The pitcher is a good one, Aiden Palmer. He'll be thrown to the catcher, Noah Moore. The third baseman is Nick Foster, the shortstop, Colin Minshew. Second baseman, Jackson Moore. First baseman, Zach Hunt. Your outfield from left to right, it will be Brody Cook, Jamarcus Williams, and Josh Williams. For Derek Urquhart and Florence Post 1. A little bit of accolades about them. Again, the 2021 state champions, the 2021 Southeast Regional runner-up. They wear the Cardinal jerseys normally. One state champions, the 2021 Southeast Regional runner-up. They wear the Cardinal jerseys normally. League 2 champions, a 19-5 regular season. Their run differential is just gaudy. Florence Post 1 today, folks, is looking for their 8th state championship. They're trying to get back to the World Series for the first time since 2012. Their all-stars are Aiden Palmer, Tanner Hall, Zach Hunt, Shamar Symes, Brody Cook, and Colin Minshew. Now for Rock Hill Post 34, the defending state champions, the League 4 champions, the only South Carolina team to go 3-0 in the North Carolina-South Carolina Challenge just several weeks ago. They are 5-1 in these playoffs. It has not been an easy road. Their run differential also very gaudy, 16-3 in the regular season. They had 1 home loss, and it was to Winsboro. Their all-stars are Landon Sexton, Ethan Wilson, and Riley Stout, and we are ready for baseball. Aiden Palmer's towing the rubber. Stepping into the box is Cooper Parks, and it's time to get it on in Sparrow Stadium. Francis Marion, let's do it. First pitch of the ball game, fastball high and inside. We're tardy. We need a hall pass. It is 1:06 p.m. Those who are late do not get fruit cup. The pitch, back foot breaking ball, called a strike. 1-1 to count to Cooper Parks. If I sound excited, that's because I am. Had a really hard time going to sleep last night. I am jacked up. It is Championship Sunday. The pitch swung on and whistled foul and out of play right side, a ball and 2 strikes. Following Mr. Parks will be Ethan Wilson and Riley Stout. Got to meet Roman Edwards' mom before today's game. Lovely lady. Awesome to meet her. Roman, great pitcher, good dude. He'll be starting for Rock Hill. The pitch swung on and missed. And Aiden Palmer fans the first guy he sees. 1 up and 1 down for the left fielder, Ethan Wilson. Also got to say hello to Landon Sexton's mama, Miss Jen. Love that woman. Known Landon since he was 5th or 6th grade. And he was just as cool as a cucumber before today's game, as was most of the Rock Hill players, as was most of Florence for that matter. That pitch high inside to Mr. Wilson for ball 1. Appreciate y'all tuning in this afternoon, wherever you may be across the fruited plains. Arguably the best 2 teams in the state going into the playoffs, playing for the state title. That fastball high, check to swing, they appeal, no swing, says the gentleman at first base. 2 balls and no strikes to Wilson. Top of the first, Nobody on, 1 out. The pitch, fastball high, 3 balls and no strikes to Wilson. And Aiden Palmer does not walk a lot of guys, but he's 1 pitch away from doing just that. Pitch from Aiden, back foot breaking ball, clips the inside corner at the bottom of the zone. 3 balls and a strike. And if Mr. Palmer can get that call right there and can live right there, that's going to be tough for Rock Hill. They're going to have to adjust to that. The 3-1 swung on and missed. Doubled up on the pitch. Wilson tried to hammer it. And now Ethan's going to have to choke up a little bit. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Ethan Wilson. Palmer kicks and fires, swung on and fouled off. Right off the mask of Noah Moore, who wore that one right in the front of his cage. And the home plate umpire will hand deliver a new baseball to Aiden Palmer. This umpiring crew has a ton of experience. And we have seen some close calls in this tournament. Have there been some close calls? And we've seen some rulings as well that has, let's be honest, has ruffled some feathers, but differences of opinion, that can happen. Pitch swung on and popped up a mile high into foul territory. Coming over for Florence is Zach Hunt. He'll squeeze it for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 down for Riley Stout. Last night, Riley had a really good game. 3 for 5. Scored a run. Stole a couple of bases. Powerful young man. Left-handed, open stance. Pitch. Fastball high and outside. 1-0. Want to say hello to a friend of mine, former Rock Hill Post 34 player, Andrew Shipman, former star for the Northwestern Trojans. The 1-0 from Palmer. Swung on and hit high in the air, deep left field, but it'll be a can of corn out there for Brody Cook, and he will squeeze it, and Florence takes down Rock Hill 1-2-3 in the top half of the first. We head to the bottom half. Rock Hill nothing, and Florence post 1 coming up. You're watching and listening to the 2023 South Carolina American Legion Senior Baseball Championships from Sparrow Stadium in Florence, South Carolina, between Rock Hill and Florence. Back in a moment on the We Are Fort Mill Broadcasting Network. Back in a moment on the We Are Fort Mill Broadcasting Network. Head to the bottom of the first inning. Nothing across for Rock Hill in their half and a first. Going to head to the bottom half. Here's Roman Edwards. Very talented young man out of Legion Collegiate Academy in Rock Hill, South Carolina. He has been one of the studs for Rock Hill. He has had a great Legion Academy in Rock Hill, South Carolina. He has been one of the studs for Rock Hill. He has had a great season. Saw him really mow people down there in the North Carolina, South Carolina Challenge. That is for sure. Roman, an array of pitches, 5 pitches. He can throw them all for strikes. He's crafty. When he is on, everything is down, and he is dynamite. He is really hard to handle. He will strike you out, and he will induce a lot of ground balls. Sometimes when he overthrows a little bit, stuff kind of tends to rise a little bit. He's just got to bring that down a little bit, which is really easier said than done. The championship game, really hard to ask a 17, 18-year-old young man to kind of cool it down a little bit. That's a lot to ask of these young people. You got to keep that back in your mind. The catcher today for Rock Hill, Jaden Surratt. The infield is Michael Gibson at third. The shortstop is Josh Jackson. Second baseman, Riley Stout. The first baseman is Jack Peeler. Your outfield from left to right, Ethan Wilson, Cooper Parks, and in right field for post 34, Kamari Moore, the speedster. And leading it off for Florence post 1 in the bottom of the first, it'll be Colin Minshew to get it started, then Jackson Moore, then Nick Foster, the speedster. And leading it off for Florence post 1 in the bottom of the first, it'll be Colin Minshew to get it started, then Jackson Moore, then Nick Foster. Mr. Edwards toes the middle of the rubber, peers over the glove, Andy Pettit-like. Right-handed Colin Minshew, the pitch, swung on a chopper to the third baseman. Michael's got it. Throw across this high, but holding in the bag is Jack Peeler. Nice play. One pitch and one out. And folks, how many times have we said that in this tournament? So many guys have ambushed the first pitch, and 80% of the time it ends up in and out. But again, maybe that's the scouting report. Maybe it's an MO. I'm just not sure. But it's not just Rock Hill or Florence. We saw it out of Sumter. We've seen it out of Inman, all over the place. But one pitch and one out. Pitch from Roman. Fastball just a bit off the outside corner. It is 88 degrees. It feels like it's 94. And it's only 115. The pitch off the outside corner is 2-0. There is weather in the area, so we will keep it. There is weather in the area, so we will keep a sharp eye on that. Any kind of rain that reaches this area, we will certainly let you know. Say hello to a couple other friends of mine after this pitch from Roman Edwards. That pitch right on the inside corner with a fastball. 2-1. The count to Jackson Moore. We're in the bottom of the first, no score. Say hello to Mac Banks, the beloved athletic director of Fort Mill Post 43, and the head coach of the senior team, Tom Skula. Welcome in, boys. That pitch swung on and roped. Deep right field, but like my buddy Brian Curtis's golf shot, it will take a sharp right turn and kill a squirrel in the trees. Brian, you know it's true. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Jackson Moore. Roman kicks and fires. The pitch comes inside and hit him. Tried to go with the back foot breaking ball, did Roman, but just a little bit overcooked and just clipped Jackson Moore. Looked like it banged off his shin guard. So one out base runner for Florence. That'll bring up Nick Foster. The hard thing to that's going to be hard to gauge in this game is both these offenses are high octane. They are potent. You got to keep the free 90s to a bare minimum. The pitch off the catcher's glove, I should say, all the way to the backstop. We'll see how the official scorer will score that one. Nonetheless, moving up to second base is Jackson Moore. And now Florence, one base hit away from drawing first blood. My buddies Mike and George are in the box today. Those crazy kids. The 1-0 from Roman Edwards. Here it comes. Swung on and missed. A little blew by you, a little under Ronstadt. It's 1-1 the count to Nick Foster. Nick carries a .391 batting average, an OPS of 1.320. 23 RBIs, OPS of 1.320, 23